My beloved child, I am coming to you in this quiet moment because I have seen the shadow that has settled over your heart, and I know exactly how heavy it feels to carry a burden that was never meant for your shoulders. You have been waking up with a heaviness in your chest, wondering where the light has gone, and why the laughter that used to flow so easily from your lips now feels like a distant memory from another lifetime. I want you to know that your silence has been heard in the halls of heaven, and I have not turned a blind eye to the thief that has crept in to steal your peace. I know that lately, you have been putting on a brave face for the world, smiling when you are expected to smile and nodding when people ask how you are, even though your soul feels like a dry and weary land. You have convinced yourself that this numbness is just your new reality, that perhaps you are simply growing older, or that the spark you once had was just a fleeting season of youth that has now passed away forever. But I am here to tell you that this is a lie from the enemy, designed to keep you trapped in a cage of sorrow, for I did not create you to live without the vibrant colors of joy. You have walked through valleys that were darker than anyone around you realized, and you have faced battles in the secret places of your life that left you feeling drained, defeated, and completely emptied of all emotional strength. There were moments when you looked in the mirror and hardly recognized the person staring back at you because the light in your eyes had dimmed under the weight of disappointment, betrayal, or the relentless pressure of simply trying to survive. I was there with you in every single one of those moments, holding you when you felt like falling apart, even when you felt too numb to sense my presence wrapping around you. The enemy of your soul knows that the joy of the Lord is your strength, which is exactly why he has targeted your happiness with such precision, trying to dismantle your hope piece by piece until you feel too weak to fight back. He has used the disappointments of the past, the anxieties of the future, and the harsh words of others to build a wall around your heart, blocking out the warmth of my love and keeping you isolated in a cold room of despair. But today marks the beginning of a demolition process, for I am coming like a mighty flood to break down those walls and flood your inner being with a light that darkness cannot comprehend. Do not think for a moment that your joy is gone forever just because you cannot feel it right now, for joy is not merely an emotion that comes and goes like the wind. It is a fruit of my spirit that resides deep within you. It is like a seed that has been buried under the winter snow. It may look dormant and lifeless on the surface, but underneath the frozen ground, life is still waiting to spring forth at the sound of my voice. I am speaking to that dormant seed in your heart right now, commanding it to wake up, to take root, and to push through the hard soil of your circumstances. You have spent so many nights analyzing your past, replaying the scenes of hurt and rejection over and over again in your mind, trying to figure out what you did wrong or why things happened the way they did. This constant rumination is a trap that keeps you chained to a history that cannot be changed, robbing you of the energy you need to embrace the beautiful future I have prepared for you. I am asking you to hand over those memories to me, to release the whys and the what-ifs that plague your mind, and to trust that I can bring beauty from ashes and turn even your mourning into dancing. I see the tears you have cried when no one else was watching, the silent prayers you whispered into your pillow when the loneliness felt like a physical weight pressing down on your chest. You have felt invisible and misunderstood, believing that no one truly cares about the deep ache in your soul, but I am the God who sees you, and I am the God who collects every tear in a bottle. Your pain is not meaningless, and your suffering is not without a purpose. I am using this season to deepen your roots so that when your joy returns, it will be unshakable and grounded in something far greater than temporary happiness. The world tries to tell you that joy is found in possessions, in status, or in the approval of other people. And because you have not found it there, you have felt like a failure. But true joy, the kind that satisfies the deepest longing of the human spirit, can only be found in my presence, and it is available to you right now, regardless of what your bank account looks like or what your relationship status is. I am inviting you to stop drinking from the broken cisterns of this world that only leave you thirstier, and to come to the well of living water where your soul will be truly refreshed. There is a specific weariness that comes from trying to control everything around you, from carrying the weight of the world on your back because you are afraid that if you let go, everything will fall apart. This need for control is stealing your joy because it forces you to live in a state of constant vigilance and stress, never allowing you to rest in the assurance that I am the one holding your universe together. I want you to exhale that pressure right now, to unclench your hands and release the reins of your life into my capable hands, knowing that I can manage your problems far better than you ever could. You have let the unkind words of others take root in your heart, allowing their criticism and judgment to define your worth and steal the confidence that I placed inside you when I created you. These negative voices have played like a broken record in your mind, drowning out my gentle whisper that calls you beloved, chosen, and wonderfully made. It is time to silence those lies by turning up the volume of my truth, declaring over yourself that you are who I say you are, not who the world says you are, and my opinion is the only one that truly matters. I am breaking the chains of comparison that have bound you, for looking at the highlight reels of others' lives has only made you feel inadequate and behind in your own journey. You were never meant to run anyone else's race, and the unique path I have designed for you is filled with its own specific blessings and joys that are custom-made for your personality and purpose. When you take your eyes off of others and fix them on me, you will rediscover the beauty of your own story and the unique gifts that I have planted in your life for a specific time such as this. The joy I am restoring to you is not a fragile happiness that shatters at the first sign of trouble. It is a rugged, resilient joy that can sing in the middle of a storm and praise in the center of a prison cell. It is the kind of joy that Paul and Silas had when they sang hymns at midnight despite their chains. A joy that confuses the enemy because it does not make sense according to the logic of the world. I am depositing this supernatural strength into your spirit today, equipping you to face whatever comes your way with a smile that is anchored in eternity. You have been grieving the loss of seasons past, looking back with nostalgia and thinking that your best days are behind you. But I promise you that your latter days will be greater than your former days. I am a God of new beginnings, and I am preparing to do a new thing in your life that will cause you to laugh again with a genuine overflow of delight. Do not cling so tightly to what was that you miss the incredible things I am bringing into your life right now. Open your hands and your heart to receive the fresh outpouring of my goodness. I am healing the wounds of betrayal that have caused you to close your heart off from others. For I know that the fear of being hurt again has made you build walls of self-protection that also keep out joy. It is scary to trust again, but I am asking you to trust me first, allowing my perfect love to cast out your fear and to soften the hardened places within you. As you let go of bitterness and choose forgiveness, you are not setting the other person free. You are unlocking the prison door of your own heart and allowing the sunshine of my joy to flood back in. There is a creative spirit inside of you that has been stifled by the pressures of life, a part of you that loves to express, to build, to dream, and to imagine. The enemy has tried to convince you that these things are frivolous or a waste of time, but I place those desires in you as a way to connect with my heart and to experience the pure joy of creation. I encourage you to pick up that hobby again, to write that song, to paint that canvas, or to start that garden. For in the act of creating, you will find a restoration of the simple, childlike joy that you have been missing. I am removing the garment of heaviness that has been draped over you like a suffocating blanket, and in its place, I am clothing you with the garment of praise. It may feel unnatural at first to praise when you are in pain, but as you lift your voice to thank me for who I am, you will find that the heaviness begins to lift and the atmosphere around you changes. Praise is a weapon that cuts through the thickest darkness, clearing a pathway for my joy to flow into your life like a mighty river that cannot be stopped. You have felt guilty for wanting to be happy, as if your suffering is a badge of honor, or as if you don't deserve to feel good when there is so much trouble in the world. But my child, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly, and it brings me great glory when my children live in the fullness of my joy. You do not need to punish yourself or stay in a state of penance. The price has already been paid, and you have permission to embrace the light, to laugh without restraint, and to enjoy the blessings I have given you. I am restoring the joy of your salvation, taking you back to that first love where everything felt fresh, exciting, and full of limitless possibility. Over time, the routine of religion and the duties of life can make your faith feel like a chore, but I am breathing new life into your spirit and reminding you of the miracle of grace. Let your heart be captivated once again by the wonder of the cross, by the depth of my mercy, and by the incredible reality that you are a child of the Most High God, eternally loved and secure. The anxiety that wakes you up in the middle of the night and races through your mind is being silenced by the power of my peace, which surpasses all understanding. I am standing guard over your mind and your heart, intercepting the fiery darts of worry before they can land and take root. I give you permission to sleep soundly tonight, to rest your head on the pillow with the confidence that I am working on your behalf even while you are dreaming, and that you will wake up with a renewed sense of hope and lightness. I am sending new people into your life who will be carriers of joy, friends who will lift you up rather than tear you down, who will speak life into your dreams and laugh with you until your sides hurt. You have been surrounded by drainers and complainers for too long, and their negativity has seeped into your spirit, but a shift is coming in your relational circle. Look out for these divine connections, for I am orchestrating meetings and friendships that will be like fresh water to your thirsty soul, reminding you of the goodness of community. You have felt like you are in a long, dark tunnel with no end in sight, but I am telling you that the light at the end of the tunnel is not a train coming to crush you, but the dawn of a new day breaking over your life. The season of weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. And for you, the morning is much closer than you think. Hold on just a little longer. Do not give up now, for the breakthrough you have been praying for is right around the corner, and it will bring with it a restoration of joy that will overflow. I am teaching you the secret of contentment, which is the steady undercurrent of joy that does not depend on external circumstances going perfectly. When you learn to anchor your happiness in my unchanging nature rather than in the shifting sands of your situation, you become invincible to the attacks of the enemy. You will be able to say, like the Apostle Paul, that you have learned the secret of being content in every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want, because you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. The regret of past mistakes has been a thief of your present joy, constantly whispering that you have messed up too badly to ever be truly happy again. But I am the God of the second chance, the third chance, and the millionth chance. My mercy is new every single morning. I have washed your slate clean, and I do not remember your sins against you. So you must stop remembering them against yourself. Forgive yourself, let go of the shame, and step into the freedom of a life unburdened by the errors of the past. I am sharpening your vision to see the small blessings that are scattered throughout your day, the God winks that you have been missing because your eyes were focused on the problems. Joy is often found in the little things, the warmth of the sun on your face, the smile of a stranger, the beauty of a blooming flower, the taste of a good meal. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude for these small miracles, you build a reservoir of joy that sustains you when the big miracles seem to be delayed. You have been carrying the burden of other people's happiness, feeling responsible for fixing everyone else's problems while neglecting your own soul. I am relieving you of this false responsibility today. You are called to love others, but you are not called to be their savior. That is my job. It is not selfish to take care of yourself, to set boundaries, and to prioritize your own spiritual and emotional well-being. In fact, it is necessary if you want to have anything left to give to those around you. I am healing your physical body from the effects of stress and sadness, for the mind and body are connected, and a heavy heart dries up the bones. As you receive my joy, you will feel a renewal of physical energy, a lifting of the chronic fatigue that has plagued you, and a strengthening of your immune system. Joy is a medicine, a natural healer that I have ordained to bring vitality and life to your mortal body. So receive this prescription from heaven and let it do its work in your cells and marrow. The fear of the future has cast a long shadow over your present, making it impossible to enjoy the moment because you are always bracing for the next disaster. I am asking you to live in the now, to trust me with tomorrow, and to fully inhabit this present moment that I have given you. When you stop time traveling in your mind to a catastrophic future that may never happen, you free up a massive amount of emotional energy that can be channeled into experiencing joy right here, right now. I am restoring your song, the melody that used to rise up in your heart without effort, the humming while you worked, the singing in the shower. The enemy tried to silence your song because he knows that a singing saint is a dangerous saint, one who is filled with power and confidence. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a hymn of praise to your God, and many will see it and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Let the music return to your home and to your heart. You have felt like a dry tree in a barren wilderness, but I am transplanting you by the streams of living water, where your leaves will not wither, and you will yield fruit in season. Your roots are going down deep into the river of my love, drawing up sustenance that will make you flourish even when the heat comes. You will not just survive, you will thrive, and your life will become a display of my splendor, a testament to the fact that I can resurrect anything that looks dead. I am dealing with the root causes of your sadness, not just the symptoms. I am like a skilled surgeon removing the tumors of bitterness, unforgiveness, and trauma that have been growing in the dark. It may be painful to confront these things, to bring them into the light, but it is the only way to true and lasting healing. Trust my hand, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and I will bind up your wounds with the balm of Gilead, ensuring that you heal properly and fully. I am restoring the innocence and wonder of a child to your spirit, stripping away the cynicism and skepticism that life has layered upon you. I want you to look at the world with fresh eyes, to be amazed by the stars again, to laugh at the silly things, and to trust without reservation. The kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like little children, and as you recover this childlike trust, you will find that joy comes naturally, without striving or effort. The spirit of heaviness is being replaced by the oil of joy, a divine anointing that will make your face shine and your heart light. This oil is flowing from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet, lubricating the friction in your life and making everything run smoother. You are being set apart for happiness, consecrated for celebration, and marked by heaven as a carrier of the joy of the Lord. I am giving you a new perspective on your trials, helping you to count it all joy when you fall into various temptations, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. This is a mature joy, a deep knowing that I am using everything for your good, and that your pain is not wasted but invested. When you can see the purpose behind the pain, the sting is removed, and you can rejoice in the knowledge that you are being refined like gold in the fire. You have been waiting for permission to be happy, waiting for everything to be perfect before you allow yourself to smile. But I am telling you to seize joy today. Do not wait for the promotion, the spouse, the healing, or the breakthrough to decide to be joyful. Choose joy as an act of defiance against the enemy. Every time you smile in the face of adversity, you are declaring that your God is bigger than your problems and that your victory is already secured. I am reconnecting you with your purpose, for there is a deep and abiding joy that comes from knowing why you are on this earth and doing what you were created to do. The enemy has tried to distract you, to make you feel aimless and useless, but I am realigning your compass to true north. As you step back into your calling, whether it is great or small in the eyes of the world, you will feel the pleasure of your Creator, and that pleasure is the purest form of joy. I am blessing your family and your home, driving out the spirit of strife and discord that has stolen the joy from your household. I am bringing unity, understanding, and love back to your relationships, turning your home into a sanctuary of peace and laughter. Where there has been shouting, there will be singing. Where there has been tension, there will be tenderness. I am making all things new within your walls. The financial worries that have kept you up at night and stolen your peace are under my command. I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider, and I know what you need before you even ask. I am releasing a spirit of generosity and abundance over your life, not just so you can survive, but so you can be a conduit of blessing to others. There is more happiness in giving than in receiving, and as you trust me with your finances, you will experience the joy of an open hand and an open heaven. I am reminding you that you are an heir to the kingdom, a prince or princess of the royal bloodline, and you have access to all the resources of heaven. You do not need to live like a pauper, begging for scraps of happiness. You can feast at the king's table every single day. Lift up your head, straighten your crown, and walk with the dignity and joy that befits a child of the King of Kings. I am breaking the cycle of generational sorrow that has plagued your family line, the depression and negativity that has been passed down like an unwanted inheritance. It stops with you. You are the chain breaker, the one who establishes a new legacy of joy and hope for your children and your children's children. I am drawing a bloodline of protection around your mind and your emotions, declaring that the curse is broken and the blessing has begun. My promise to you is that your joy will be full, not half empty, not just enough to get by, but running over, splashing onto everyone you meet. You will become a magnet for miracles, a beacon of hope in a dark world, and people will look at you and wonder what your secret is. Your secret is me, Christ in you, the hope of glory. And as you abide in my love, your joy will be a river that never runs dry, a fountain that springs up into eternal life. Listen closely, for the season of mourning has officially expired. I am tearing up the contract the enemy thought he had over your life and declaring a year of jubilee. This is your time of restoration, your time of recovery, your time to take back everything that was stolen sevenfold. Rise up, shake off the dust of despair, put on your beautiful garments and step into the sunlight of my love. For you are free, you are healed, and you are destined for joy. I want you to seal this message in your heart, to return to it whenever the clouds threaten to gather again, and to remember that my word never returns void. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor through Him who loves you. Subscribe to my truth, tune into my frequency daily, and watch how I transform your life from a tragedy into a triumph, from a dirge into a dance, from sorrow into an everlasting joy that no one can take away.